Once upon a time, before Andie's mommy and daddy both had SUVs, Andie rode in a car. Things were swimmingly until one day her mommy slammed on the brakes and she got scared. Ever since that day, Andie is petrified to sit on a seat. Come on, you can do it. Look, I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to make you nervous. But this car is so good, I don't want you to miss out. You know what, hold on, give me a second. I got an idea. Now the first thing to building Andie's confidence is to make that rear seat feel very secure and make the whole experience highly rewarding, which is really key for any dog. Lucky for us, Andie is highly motivated by treats. SUV cargo cover, that thing is huge. Folding it up and lying it right across that rear seat. Now to fill in the gaps, some good old couch pillows will do just fine. I think you could probably fit one more though. Yeah, one more. Now a benefit to this Mercedes, that passenger seat goes back really far, which means Andie is going to feel that much more sheltered and secure. There's only one more thing left to do, setting up those treats. I have 3 strategic placements, 1 by the door sill, 2 by the edge of the seat, and 3 further into the seat. Let's see how she does. Hopefully I don't need to get a filet mignon steak. Look. That's such a good girl. Alright, so I don't have Andie in the car with me because I really don't have the car long enough to condition her to feel confident when driving. The fact that she even got in that back seat was a huge success, and I am just so proud of her. And the reason why I was so excited to get Andie in here is because I really believe this is such a great car for its price point. And if you have a dog, well now you know they'll really fit, even if they're large like Andie. And this drives really well. This engine is a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4, mated to a dual-clutch transmission with Mercedes 4MATIC all-wheel drive. And while 188 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque may not seem like impressive numbers, if you just drive this thing normal, you'll never feel like it's underpowered, and honestly, it is so much fun to drive. And you also have different drive modes like Sport, Comfort, Eco. I mostly kind of toggle between Sport and Comfort, and you can actually feel a difference, which is so great. I really am not a fan of vehicles that have the different modes and it basically feels like nothing. All the driver aids and assists at your fingertips. This has adaptive cruise control. It will even change lanes for you. Your blind spot monitor, a nice little triangle on the window. And when you start to slow down, say you're approaching a red light, your front camera display will pop up, which is actually quite nice. And if your dog does ride back there, you can easily reach back and give them a pet, which would be a huge advantage to me when training Andie. I could easily give her treats, create that positive association to the back seat while in motion. And one of the biggest things I love, I mentioned in our GLB video, boop, the gear shifter right up here. I still think it looks delicate and like a stalk of celery, and I love that it's not this big clunky piece down here, so it really keeps the center area nice and open. And this has NBUX, which you see me talk about in the GLE, GLC, GLB videos. I'll link those down below. It just works so well. I think it's incredible. Mercedes didn't skip any corners, and you can get this in an entry-level sedan for $1,150. Totally worth it.
$1,159 was Thursday, January 1st to $1,159.
Thank you. And I recently found out that Mercedes is multilingual. She understands a lot of languages, although I do wish it could be activated here. Tried some Chinese and it just didn't work.
How can I help you?
我想去加油.
Please repeat.
我想去加油. Die, Missouri? That's a horrible name. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
I'm feeling cold.
I'm setting the temperature on the front passenger side to 61 degrees.
The front passenger side. What about the driver? The whole display stunning, especially with this seamless integration into the gauge cluster, which you can totally customize, by the way. Super crisp, responsive, both with this touchpad that gives you some feedback and via touch. Love these shortcut icons too, make scrolling that much faster. These air vents are beautiful and there's 5 up here. And these knobs for climate control, it just works so well. Overall, it's gotta be one of the cleanest designs in this price point. My favorite is this. It's like a scuba perforated rubber material. Texture overload. It looks so good. Oh, and how could I forget Android Auto, Apple CarPlay? Now it really is the perfect system. And up here, that sunroof, it's considered panorama. This thing is so wide and big, which is really nice because that means you can appreciate it from that back seat too. You also have 2 vents in the center, which is fantastic for dogs. Plus the larger vents up front are definitely more powerful, and when you set both sides to low, this thing cools down pretty fast. Now you saw that I did cover the seat for Andie, but this leather feels durable, it's textured, it's really great. I think it's gonna age well, especially in this color black. That is the one pro to a black interior. It definitely stays fresher looking much longer. This seat is comfortable too. You have great head space. The legroom on the sides is nice. You do have that hump in the middle. Now the seats up front are only heated. I recommend getting ventilated. I had shorts on yesterday and my skin was sticking to these. Not very comfortable. And the trunk space, it's a really great size. If you needed to bring home something bigger, you can push these seats down. And also the door bins, especially up front, are really large. And you can easily put a large Yeti or 2 in the door, which makes me very happy. Some SUVs can't even do that. So all in all, this 2020 Mercedes Benz A220 is a win in my book, and not just because Andie's sitting back here next to me. All in around 40K, this is beyond good. Definitely check it out. I think once she gets a little bit more experience riding in a back seat, then we could probably say it's lab approved, but definitely dog friendly. Yeah, it is. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you know when our next video goes live. Yep, and follow Andie on Instagram to see pics of this all week. And we'll see you next time. Bye! Definition of a dog.
Definition of dog: a member of the genus Canis, probably descended from the common wolf, that has been domesticated by man since prehistoric times.
Wow, she's smart. Hi, Mercedes.
What do you want to do?
Definition of a cat. Interesting. She only knows what a dog is.